Day 9, and on to my second page. Not feeling brilliant today, so courtesy of lots of painkillers, nothing too strong, and I thought, oh, black and white, I'll use that. So that's what I'm using for today, and I think this week will be not so pretty scrappy things that I can find. So here we go. I don't think I'll have the paracetamol bit. Yes, I will, just a little bit. I think I might, to cheer myself up a bit, add a little bit of my gorgeous Inca Gold and see what happens. Maybe just around the edge. Oh, everything looks better with a bit of sparkle, doesn't it? Including my fingers, which reminds me, I must do my nails. There we are. Day 9, brought to you courtesy of paracetamol. Day 10, happy Pancake Day, happy Mardi Gras, happy Shrove Tuesday. Today's video is carrying on with the scrap. It's just a piece of newspaper that still happened to be on the table in the kitchen, and made a cup of tea. And for some reason put the teaspoon on the paper, don't know why. And I thought, oh, that looks quite good. Just happens to be in a good place. And although it's tea stained rather than gold, it still goes in with the theme, and I might put another little bit of my Inca Gold on it like I did yesterday. This is going to have to stay out. I think it's still a little bit damp actually. That's okay. It can stay on the table till tomorrow. It's still cutting okay. That's day 10. And yeah, this is definitely still a little bit damp, so I'm going to wait until tomorrow, and then I might add a little bit of Inca Gold on it. But I quite like it as it is actually, so I might just leave that. Day 11. I did have something else planned for today, but then I remembered it is the 5th of March, which is St. Piran's Day, and St. Piran is the patron saint of Cornwall. So I'd already got some spare black Hexies cut out, because I die cut them, and I found in my scrap box sticky label. It was actually the bottom of a receipt or one of those sorts of things. And I thought, oh, you always need sticky labels, don't you? So I kept it, of course. I only need to do a white cross. So I think the easiest way of doing that is probably to draw myself some lines, just roughly, and I'll do 4 because I need to do my spare one, and I'm going to cut this from the back. And then all I need to do is find 2 that are the same width. Even though I did it by eye, that's not bad. And it is just a simple cross. That lines up. That's 1. and just trim that up. And there's a simple cross of St Piran for St Piran's Day. May your pasties be hot but not too peppery, your cider be nice and cold, and your scones, it's Cornwall so it's scone, jam first. Stay hopeful. By 12. Yesterday when I was painting my nails, I realised that I still had the box, and this is quite old. So this was a top coat in a colour. So, oh, black and white. Guess what I'm going to use it for? I'm going to keep the name on. Now, what I haven't told you is I actually used to work for Creative Nail Design in the UK. And I can remember when this product, which is a very fast drying nail polish, it's not a gel polish, you don't cure it, it's air drying, when it first came out. Well, it hadn't even been released, and we were doing some training, and because it was such a secret, we weren't even allowed to say the word Vinylux. We just had to call it V. And then we were finally allowed to say it. They were like, shh, can we say that? So that was very easy for day 12. And I have enough to do my spare. Day 13. You may remember last week I had the beautiful gold foil wrapping from a chocolate biscuit, the last chocolate biscuit in the house. And today I had the last of the not chocolate biscuits, so there are no biscuits left in the house. And I was going to use the back, in fact I still might. But then I looked at the picture and I thought, oh, I think that will just about fit. And although it's a ginger biscuit, the actual biscuit's a goldy colour, so that's good enough for me. That's going in my collection. And there's only one complete picture, so for my spare one I'm going to have to use one of these, but that's fine, I know what it is. So day 13, last biscuit in the box. See you tomorrow. Day 14. You remember that biscuit box that I had yesterday, and I cut the biscuits out of, which is a goldy colour? Well, before I put it in the recycling, I realised I have a lovely barcode pattern and I haven't used one of those, so let's use that for today. Oh, I like that. But the only problem is there's only one barcode, so I'm going to have to use the nutrition bit, I think, and the allergy advice for my spare, but that's fine. This is my main one. Day 15. Today I'm going to use the cracker portion of this empty box of crackers, and luckily there are 3 on here, so I'll have 2 spare ones. It just about fits. It's day 15 on a Sunday, which also means it's time to stick all this week's hexagons onto a sheet number 2. just like last week, I've used my little template and I put a dot in the middle. So I can see, you probably can't see it, but and I'm not going to bore you with it on camera, but I did actually work out the order I'm going to do these. Nearly forgot. Yeah, I think it was a bit bigger than that. That's it. No. That way. That's better. Well, I finally managed to get this dry, and I actually put it under something heavy overnight to flatten it down a bit. But that was earlier in the week. I think I'm going to have to do the same for this whole page. And in case you're wondering, my brush came really clean. I wiped and wiped and wiped it on a damp tissue. I rinsed it and it all came off and it was lovely and soft. I'm definitely going to have to turn this over so the sticky side is facing the glass, and put something heavy over it. The slightly thicker card pieces are determined to curl up. So that's 2 weeks. Last week was quite pretty. This week was very not pretty. It was all scraps, so I think I'm going to try and do something a little bit more arty next week, and I will see you next Sunday. Meanwhile, stay hopeful. Bye.